What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the newly hired offensive coordinator of the New York Giants, Mike Kafka, who, in his short coaching career has been with the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL, and he's had a pretty big impact there. So I really like the signing. A couple other signings for the New York Giants. They hired a woman, actually, Laura Young, to be the director of coaching operations. She used to be with the Buffalo Bills, so they're recruiting, more Bills, more members of the Buffalo Bills staff, as well as Bobby Johnson to be the offensive line coach, who was also the offensive line coach of the Buffalo Bills. So a couple more members of the New York Giants staff joining from the Buffalo Bills staff, and I'm sure we're going to have more, members of that staff coming into New York. And then Patrick Graham. Unfortunately for him, but fortunately, it's fortunate. The Giants are fortunate to have him back. He did not get the Minnesota Vikings job, and he is coming back to be the defensive coordinator of the New York Giants. So good news there. And then Ken Dorsey, who we all thought, was heading in the direction of the New York Giants. He's staying on with the Bills, and he was being promoted to the offensive coordinator spot. Joe Brady took his spot, which was a great job of the Buffalo Bills. They obviously have done a great job there over the years. Brandon Beane, another couple of really, really nice moves there. And apparently the Giants never had interest and never were going to make Ken Dorsey the offensive coordinator. And now the new guy coming in is Mike Kafka, who is very young, 34 years old. He used to be a quarterback. He was picked in the 4th round by the Eagles. A quarterback. He used to be a quarterback. He was a journeyman quarterback, not a long career. He only had 16 pass attempts, so nothing really in his career as a player. But as for coach, in 2016, he was a graduate assistant at Northwestern before moving to the NFL to be the offensive quality control coach of the Kansas City Chiefs in 2017. Then was promoted to the quarterbacks coach of the Chiefs in 18 and 19. And then he became the quarterbacks coach and passing game coordinator in 2020 and 2021. And now he's being hired as the New York Giants offensive coordinator. And Kafka's been around for not that long, but he's been with the best organization in football, in my opinion, over the past 5 years. So the time that he's been there, they've been really good. He won a Super Bowl, of course, and I would imagine him being the quarterback's coach there, he has something to do with the progression of Pat Mahomes, as he's been a really good mentor there for him as they've been, really close and worked really close together. So it's clear that the New York Giants' main goal right now is to move forward with Daniel Jones in 2022 and see what he can be. See if he can evolve into that guy ultimately they want him to be. It seems like with the guys they're bringing in, they've all had experience with good quarterbacks in the league, top 3, 4, 5 quarterbacks in the league, Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. And news actually came out yesterday or 2 days ago that Daniel Jones is reaching out to Josh Allen to talk a little bit about the Buffalo Bills system and, looking for help. Of course, with Brian Daboll being there for the past few years and being a big part of Josh Allen's success, Jones is going to get a bit of insight and help from Josh Allen, a guy who's a really good quarterback. So definitely nice to see right there between Jones and Allen. And then now with Kafka coming on, I'm sure he's going to, I would think and I would hope he's going to reach out to Pat Mahomes because Mike Kafka is more than likely to be calling plays. Joe Schoen said ideally, based off what we've been hearing from Daboll and Schoen, it sounds like Daboll's not going to be the play caller, and he wants the offensive coordinator coming in to be the play caller. So Mike Kafka is more than likely at this point, expected to call the plays. And I think it's good that the Giants have 2 guys that are capable of calling plays. Kafka, though, has never called plays. So this is something that maybe if Daboll doesn't like the way things are going 2 or 3 weeks into the year, he picks it up right away and he starts to call the plays. I could see something like that happening. I don't expect that to happen. I mean, Kafka's been under, Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, a really, really good staff over there in Kansas City. I think he has something good up his sleeve, and I really hope he does. I think he's going to be a very good offensive coordinator. I think he's going to, be able to use what he learned from KC and bring it to this New York Giants football team, and hopefully it helps improve Daniel Jones. And same thing goes for Brian Dable. Hopefully he's able to take the things from Buffalo and the improvement of Josh Allen and try and help it on here with the Giants. And our quarterback, Daniel Jones, I think more than likely Jones will be the guy in 2022. Mara said he would be very surprised if he's not the starting quarterback week 1. And I'm very happy as a Giants fan. I want to give Jones that one more shot. Let's improve that line. We're bringing in the right guys. I mean, we brought in a really good offensive line coach, very good head coach, offensive-minded head coach, and it seems to be a good offensive coordinator and play caller, Mike Kafka. He's been under a good system, and we have two guys at the head coach spot and the offensive coordinator spot that have been big mentors and big parts of the careers so far to this point in the early careers of Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen. Those are the two top 3 quarterbacks in the National Football League. Hopefully they're able to impact Daniel Jones in that good way. Overall, though, guys, I think these are really good hires that the Giants have been making. I think Kafka's going to come in here and he's going to try and help out Daniel Jones, make him the best version of himself he can be. It really seems like that's what the Giants are trying to do, bring in all the proper guys to help Daniel Jones in 2022. I think Kafka's a guy who is not going to be a guy who's going to come in here for a year and then leave after that. It seems like that's not going to be the case, which is very good. I think you need consistency, and I think that's what Kafka brings, and hopefully he's able to do the job. And I'm excited to see what these guys are going to get ready for Daniel Jones. Like I said, Daniel Jones is reaching out to Josh Allen. Good chance he reaches out to Pat Mahomes as well. Those are two pretty good sources for Daniel Jones. And hopefully he's able to evolve this season with this good coaching staff and support system, front office that the Giants are putting in place. It's an exciting part in time of the offseason. Giants are making good moves right now. The content, the news is only going to pick up as we get closer to free agency and the NFL draft. I'm going to have you guys covered on all that good stuff. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on the Giants bringing in Mike Kafka to be the offensive coordinator. Let me know what you think about him and what impact you think he'll have on Jones, as he's been with Pat Mahomes. He's been a big part in, of course, being the quarterback coach. He's been a big part in his success in this league so far, so hopefully he's able to have that impact on Daniel Jones. And same thing for Brian Dable. And Jones is going to be reaching out to some of the best to do it in the game right now, so that's very good. Let me know all that good stuff down below in the comments section. And as always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. See you guys all in the next video. Let's go, Giants.